I want to read something to you. It's the United States Code, Title 18, Section 1507. It says, whoever, federal statute, federal criminal statute, whoever with the intent of interfering with, obstructing, or impeding the administration of justice, or with the intent of influencing any judge, juror, witness, or court officer in the discharge of his duty, pickets or parades in or near a building housing a court of the United States, or in or near a building or residence occupied or used by such judge, juror, witness, or court officer, or with such intent uses any sound truck or similar device or resorts to any other demonstration in or near any such building or residence, shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 1 year or both. Damn it, this Attorney General and this Justice Department are so over the cliff. The penalty is up to a year in prison and up to $10,000 for each offense. You have an organization that's organizing demonstrations in front of these homes for the purpose of influencing the outcome of this decision, which hasn't been issued yet. This whole damn thing, you see collusion, it's contrived, and the Attorney General of the United States dare not enforce the law, which he must do under Article 2 of the Constitution, to ensure that the laws of the United States are enforced. He won't do it. And of course, they have the backing of the media, and they know it. Let's go to the Fox News clip from yesterday, please. Go.
A bigger crowd along this wall of women, of children, little daughters here, little babies out in this rain.
Violent looking, angry, spewing parents.
They're talking and they're really speaking from the heart. Many of them are talking about their own abortion experiences and how their lives may have been saved because they had an abortion.
If you look at the rage, the anger, you think, what is this doing to the children in those homes?
Out in the streets, protests continue across the country nearly 1 week after the leak, with civil rights activists like myself who are distressed.
The goal is to intimidate and harass these people until they quit, to create vacancies so that these maniacs can put their friends on these boards.
I think for a lot of people, a conversation about civility feels like it misses the mark. The justices have security. So far, all of the protests have seemed overwhelmingly nonviolent.
I think one of the worst things is the actions at the board meetings. The calling of names. Tyrant, Marxist.
I think women feel at this point that everything has been pulled back, everything they've ever fought for.
There are Americans who are willing to threaten folks who are risking their lives every day to keep our children safe, and we have to respond to this crisis in kind. We have to respond to these folks, not by saying that they're just simply marginal voices, but to respond to them as the threats that they represent to our democracy, it seems to me.
So there you have the media during the parents' protests, peaceful protests, at school board meetings trashing them like terrorists. The Attorney General of the United States, as you well know, unleashing all the law enforcement and civil rights so-called units within the Department of Justice, the FBI, the National Security, the domestic terrorist hotline against parents protesting in Loudoun County, Virginia, and all across the country, how their children are being abused, sexualized with propaganda, how they're being abused with Louis Farrakhan-type racism, which they learned about late. And they're disgusted by all of it, and they're protesting. I mean, after all, we're the ones paying for the whole damn facility, the whole damn operation. And you can see how the left and the government and the Biden administration, the Democrat Party and the media, how they all coalesced to trash them. Well, that didn't work very well in Virginia when the Republicans were swept in, and almost in New Jersey, but Hudson County came in, and in my view, that changed the election there, which I think would have gone Republican. And when you look all over the country, yeah. But here, we have a federal law to protect judges so they're not intimidated, to protect jurors and witnesses so they're not intimidated, to protect court officers so they're not intimidated. And the Attorney General of the United States is silent, absolutely silent about it. He doesn't need a fake memo produced by the School Boards Association, run through the White House and the Department of Education, and then says, look what I have 3 days later to go after parents. We have a long-standing federal statute about picketing or parading obstructing or impeding the administration of justice. Where are those prosecutors? Where are those investigators chasing down January 6 people who are merely on the grounds of the Capitol building, charged with parading and trespass, having the books thrown at them, being told that they were obstructing Congress? I'm not talking about the violent people. I'm talking about the nonviolent people. Now you see what's going on in this country. I've never seen anything like this, ever. Meanwhile, around the Supreme Court today, as I speak, you have those tall riot fences, more correctly called anti-riot fences, that they had around the Capitol building. They're now around the Supreme Court of the United States. And the Democrats, to a person at the highest levels, are demanding that their ready-made mob, their permanent mob, come out and, of course, quote-unquote, peacefully protest. And the language that they're using is incendiary. Incendiary. And in my view, it is intended to promote violence. Of course, they'll deny it. But that's what it's intended to do.
For all this and much more, sign up for LevinTV.